I do remember elementary school, though, and we knew when the calendar had changed from January to February, because when we walked into the classroom, there on our teacher's desk was a large box decorated with hearts. The box had a slit in the top, and we could slide Valentine's cards into it. I remember walking into the local store and buying a box of 40 small cards, of course with envelopes included. And I would carefully choose which classmate would receive each Valentine, which one I could give to the girls without them thinking I had a crush on them, and which one I could give to the favorites that I probably had a crush on, and some of my friends as well. Those decisions seemed, oh, so important. For tonight, we have chosen special Valentine's greetings to symbolically mail to each of you. And now I would like to read the cards. Excuse me.
Don't you leave the doorbell?
No, I got to open the curtain. Open the curtain.
Card number 1. All you need is love.
He's reading.
But a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. I think friends like you are pretty important too. Charles Schultz, creator of Peanuts.
Is your mic on? Is your mic on? Is it on?
I'd rather walk with a friend in the dark than alone in the light. Helen Keller. A friend is one that knows you as you are, understands where you have been, accepts what you have become, and still gently allows you to grow. William Shakespeare.
Barbara, are you?
Some people care too much. I think it's called love. Winnie the Pooh. Everyone has a gift for something, even if it's the gift of being a good friend. Marian Anderson. I would now like to introduce a one-act play entitled Decisions. This play has been adapted by Barbara Portnoff and will perform by Zena Calder and Cy Lubchansky.
Who's there?
Margaret, it's Neil.
Neil Bowman?
Yes, it's me.
Neil Bowman, wait a minute. Just a minute. Come in, the door is open.
Hello, Margaret.
Neil Bowman, oh, come in. It's been such a long time.
Yes, it has.
How are you? My, you look good.
And you?
I was at the hairdresser today. She does wonders. And my daughter is a buyer for Macy's. She's always sending high-end clothing that's on sale. And she gets an extra discount.
They're doing a fine job. You look wonderful. And it's good to see you again.
Thank you. Please have a seat, Neil.
Thank you.
You know, I don't believe we've seen each other since those months after Sam's funeral.
2 years in November.
You ought to be ashamed.
But now I did send you birthday cards,
So you did. I didn't mean to sound accusing.
and I did try calling you several times, but never seemed to catch you at home.
That's no excuse. But I'm glad you stopped by. You're forgiven. So what brings you here today, stranger?
Well, in truth, I'm visiting on an impulse set into motion by my happening to come into 2 tickets to the New York Philharmonic this Friday. I was wondering if you would accompany me. I realize this is short notice, but after careful thought on my part, I don't feel that matters. You do still enjoy classical music?
Well, I don't bother to go out much these days.
But you do still enjoy classical music, don't you?
Classical music. Yes, I'm especially fond of Brahms.
I enjoy Brahms.
My tastes haven't changed.
Yes, I enjoy Brahms.
The modern Russians are deafening, though.
Now, the modern Russians aren't my favorites, but they do command attention.
You mean you like Shostakovich?
He's pleasant from time to time.
You haven't changed much, have you?
Margaret, I'm 73, and I no longer make business decisions. I have time now for other decisions, and I'd enjoy your company at the concert. I have 2 tickets. I'll be blunt. I'm tired of being by myself.
Well, I hardly ever think of you as a hermit. What about those men you go fishing with? And I seem to remember you always had a lovely woman on your arm.
Answer one question for me.
A question? Well, yes. What question?
Have I been a friend to you?
Yes, you were Sam's friend.
I've always considered myself to be your friend, but my visits here were always to see both you and Sam.
I never knew that.
Well, it's true. I talked to you about my problems, didn't I?
You would talk to both of us, and we would talk to you about our problems with the children and the business. But you'd always make us laugh with your stories of your latest troubles with your lady friends. Such stories.
May I talk to you about a problem this morning?
About your lady friend problems?
It's hard
Neil.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, to begin, but this is more or less
About lady friends.
Indirectly. It really begins with my nieces, my grandnieces, and...
Why? Have you been chasing after your nieces?
Not actually, but at Christmas time and Thanksgiving, I'm invited to dinner at my sister Rachel's home. And there at these 2 once-a-year occasions, I have the opportunity to sit at the table with her grandchildren. There is no getting around it. The family has come to produce several fine young women, lovely girls and smart. 2 days a year, I share a large table with 5 beautiful women.
I would hope you enjoy yourself.
It's magnificent, especially since for the other days of the year, I'm reduced to sitting on my porch and watching the legs of girls playing tennis across the street. But these new glasses aren't so good for such long-distance legs. Can't manage to see their faces very well anymore. But I guess the general shape comes through strongly enough.
Neil Bowman, you're a dirty old man.
I'm sorry. You think so because my neighbor Mrs. Polsky calls me that too? My nephews call me that twice a year at Christmas and Thanksgiving. They come up to me and laugh and say, "Uncle Neil, you're a dirty old man." And because I'm their guest, I bite my lips and I pretend to laugh.
They're only kidding you. You've always been their favorite. And I'm just teasing you myself.
To Mrs. Polsky, I pretend I'm deaf. But what gets to me is that those same smart-ass nephews sit on the beach in the summer and comment on the females who are walking by. When they are at work, they try to look down the blouses of the secretaries. Because they're some 30-some-odd years younger than I am, nobody goes around calling them anything. They say they have healthy interests. I may be 73, but I also have healthy interests. I'm an older man. I'm not a dirty old man.
No, you're not. I was only teasing. Neil, I didn't mean to hurt you.
Forgiven. They don't understand, however, that my ways aren't always their ways. All my life I've stayed a bachelor. It's a good life. I could have married hundreds of times.
I know. Sam and I used to marvel at your ability to dodge what you called the monastery of matrimony.
It was a good life. But now these people, my sisters, nieces, and nephews, want me to stay in my vegetable garden and keep my mind on watching for Japanese beetles. The hell with that. There's nothing wrong with me.
I don't believe anyone said there's anything wrong with you. Exactly.
Yet, what you kindly call kidding has been a constant noise within my life these past 5 years. However, this morning I stood out on my porch. It was quiet. The air was crisp. My body felt good. I stood there cleaning my glasses when all of a sudden I said, "There's nothing wrong with me." Then I got to thinking that this crisp day is a day for couples, for a walk in the park, men and women together. I thought, who do I know to go strolling in the park with? Who do I know? Then I said, nobody. I listened to that constant voice in my head telling me, nobody.
And so you visited me.
Of course I visited you. I stopped fooling myself this morning and said, Margaret Laser. She's an old friend, a longtime friend. You trust me, don't you?
Sam and I both thought you were one of the finest men we knew.
But do you by yourself, Margaret, trust me?
I do.
Then there's nothing wrong with me.
Wrong? I don't imagine so. But then I'm not a doctor.
I don't need a doctor. I need a lady's companionship. This isn't easy for me to be here like this. You're someone very special to me, a longtime friend. It's been 5 years since I've done this. Go out with me.
On a date?
No. Well, yes, on a date. There's no reason under the sun why wouldn't we call it a date.
I wouldn't know how to be on a date.
What's there to know? You're still a lovely woman, Margaret. Your figure is as good as those girls who play tennis across the street from me.
My, you need cataract surgery.
No, actually your figure is better because they're across the street and you're here.
Well, I'm not what I used to be.
That's exactly why I'm here. I've known you for 40 years, and you never looked more appealing than right now. Look at yourself. You dress well, a little bit of makeup. Mm-hmm. Your hair is done. You giggle when you're embarrassed. Some women stop being women, but you haven't. In short, you care for yourself. Also, in short, I care for you. You've got sex appeal, Margaret.
And you've got rocks in your head.
I embarrass myself saying that, but it's out. And I said it because it's the truth. I'll say it again.
Oh, once was enough.
You've got sex appeal. There, that was easier.
Neil, you're not here only to ask me to this concert, are you?
No, I'll be honest. I'm not here only for the concert, but I'm not here only because of...
Because of sex appeal.
That's right. I'm here for companionship.
Neil, I'm feeling tired, and I
You
think
are a
that...
beautiful, charming, intelligent person. The only one I know these days who reads National Geographic. Will you go to the concert with me, Margaret?
Neil, slow down. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I've already said I prefer not to go out. You don't understand that I don't even like to look in the mirror anymore.
You should.
Well, I don't. I'm talking honestly now.
I appreciate that.
My arms have become flabby. My chest is all gone. I've got brown dots all over my hands.
And all the hair is falling off my legs.
What was that?
All the hair is falling off my legs. My legs were once covered with thick black hairs. Now they're as smooth as bowling pins. What I'm saying, who cares?
Well, I'm not the same as I used to be. You've never seen me walk with my cane. Watch. I fell on the ice 2 winters ago, and I shattered my hip on the ice.
You never told me.
No, I didn't. Now I hobble around with a cane.
That's fine. I walk slowly.
And you say, this is gorgeous?
It doesn't bother me.
And you say, that's gorgeous?
Margaret.
Damn it! Tell me how much sex appeal can be found in a limp.
I'm not attractive or put off by a limp. I look into your eyes, and I see a woman who could always make Sam and me laugh. A woman who was the best thing that ever happened to my best friend and to me. Come sit. The three of us shared so many dinners, plays, and concerts. Our conversations were always fun. When you and I would banter about something, Sam would just sit back, smile, and enjoy our performance. I look into your eyes and see someone who knows me, someone I don't have to create an image for. All those women that I had on my arm through the years, I never bothered to find out what their interests were. But when I saw you, that the New York Philharmonic was playing Brahms, I thought of you. I knew that I would only enjoy the concert if I shared it with you and watched you enjoy it.
I'm sorry for acting this way. It's been a long time since I screamed. When Sam died, I didn't even cry. When I broke my hip and was told to use this cane, I resigned myself to the belief that my life was almost over. I know all of the right words that I should be saying to myself. Margaret, you have a choice. Margaret, you have a choice. Margaret, you have a choice. And I guess I made my choice.
5 years ago, I quit going around with women. I was 68, and I thought I was too old to have fun. The other day, I realized that was the wrong choice. I quit life because my 5 nephews, 3 nieces, 2 sisters, a noisy neighbor, and the Saturday Evening Post thought I should quit. Uncle Neil, you should be rocking on a rocking chair. Uncle Neil, you should be as far from a bedroom as possible, unless he is dying. Should we just forget the concert?
What time could you stop by for me?
I'll be here at 6. We'll go downtown and have dinner first, and then the concert. We will make a whole evening of it.
Come at 5. We'll have cocktails first.
How'd it go?
Great.
Oh, I gotta shut it off.
I'll do that.
Just a minute.
One more.
I have to.
Good evening. I'm Selma Friedman. It is my pleasure and it is my honor to be able to work with these wonderful people. We started as a group called Sing for Fun, and that's what we did. We sang for fun. And we had a lot of fun and a lot of singing. And we were invited to sing at the December holiday program. And if you were here and heard them, you know how great they turned out to be. And so we were asked again, would you like to participate in the Valentine program? So we said, sure. And we're having a good time, and I hope you will too. Thank you.
Make my most fantastic dreams come true.
Promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening, trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star, the things I know would not. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine.
Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Each day is Valentine's Day.
I hope you've enjoyed tonight's program. Please give a round of applause to the Majestic Isles Chorus, our great musical director, Selma Friedman, our actors, Zena Calder and Cy Lubchansky, our director, Barbara Portnoff, producer, Doris Davidoff, stage designer, Francine Giddo, sound man, Jack Moss, and I've had the pleasure of being your master of ceremonies, Mike Ost. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Each day is Valentine's Day.
One more big hand for them. I think they did a great job. And now for that favorite time of the day is to turn to the sweetheart next to you and maybe give him a hug, a kiss. It is Valentine's Day. You might find somebody eligible out there. And then you